Hey guys, welcome back. This is Chosen Architect. Today is all about power and how we're going to move it around. So I hope you guys are ready. I think today we should focus on power. Power is something that we are definitely struggling with. We're having a lot of issues with power, and there is a good source of power that we need to progress through, I think, as we move towards the end of this pack or what this pack has to offer. And solar power is definitely a good option. It'll be a good temporary option to get us on our feet until we can get a sustainable power system set up. I do kind of have a power system in mind. We already have half the battle set up from last episode where we did crop automation. That is actually going to be moving forward into a future episode where we actually start taking not just our mystical agriculture crops, but normal crops and getting the best that we can out of those crops by utilizing another mod that's in here and producing some power out of that. It may sound weird, but we can definitely create some bio power, which would be really cool. All right, so when it comes to everything that we're gonna need, right? We can go ahead and get rid of all this. All right, so we need a battery. Batteries are definitely something that we are lacking right now. There is a battery box from Silence. I don't know. I don't think that that's gonna be that great. It actually might be. If this holds as many cells as it shows on the top, this thing could be pretty nice, but I do know that this battery here from Cyclic is also a pretty decent but can be buggy choice. Blue power, it runs on its own power, so we can kind of disregard that. But I mean, these hold 500,000 a piece, and if it does hold this many, that would mean 3 million in this one box versus the 1 million that this can store. I don't know. We're gonna go with this for right now. These are really cheap to make, and they each hold 1 million RF a piece, or they used to. I'm pretty sure they probably still do, but this is through Cyclic. We're also going to need to create ourselves some solar panels. So solar panels are going to be a little bit difficult to make. It is. It's just going to be difficult because of the crafting, the just immense amount of crafting that goes into this. But as you can see, it could pay off because the ultimate creates 32,000 RF a tick. That's way more than anything in this pack could ever use. But just the basics here are actually pretty decent in itself. Getting 32 RF per tick at a transfer rate of what? That when this internal buffers, when its capacity is filled up, which almost is 500,000, is pretty good. 256 out of that. I mean, I'm not going to complain. So to get started with this, we're going to need a lot of mirrors, which means a lot of glass. For right now, I'm going to go ahead and just make as many as I can with the amount of glass that we have, because I don't think we need glass for anything else. We do, however, need a lot of wood. A lot of wood. So just to make our regular 1 RF per tick solar panel, which we're going to need a lot of these, by the way. So this is the tier 1, this is the tier 2, and the tier 3. For some reason, they're backwards in here, so it causes a little bit of problems. But as you can see, we can go ahead and make this. And judging by how much wood we have, we're probably going to need to make as many of them as we possibly can. I'm just going to throw all the wood that I have back in here, and we're able to make almost a stack of these guys, which means we can move into solar panel 2, which is going to require some pistons. And we do have a lot of pistons. Let's see if this is enough pistons to get through the amount of solar panels we have. I'm almost positive. Oh, we actually have room for more. Is it just because of the wood? Okay, 60. There we go. So we had 60 of them. That's not bad. All right, so I definitely know. Yeah, we definitely are going to have enough for this. So we're able to make 7 of these solar panels, and we have a couple of these solar panels left. We need to use these to upgrade into this, which is going to give us 32 a piece. So we are going to need a couple of iron blocks, and we have 7, so we're only going to be able to make 2 of them. We are also going to need to make some repeaters. And we need some photovoltaic cells, which we don't actually have yet because we just ran out of glass. So sand, and let's check over here. Do I have any more? Of course I don't. But we also took our battery from here as well. So that means I'm going to have to harvest some sand. Oh no, we have a couple of mirrors. We have mirrors in our inventory. Oh, good thing those got saved there. Otherwise we wouldn't have been able to make these. Oh, we're still missing glass, so we still have to wait for glass beforehand. So I'm going to go ahead and harvest some more sand, and we're going to get some glass made. Given that we have just a little bit of glass in our hands at the moment, we still should be able to have enough to make a few of these cells. These are the photovoltaic cells. Let's see. There we go. And that should be enough to make 2, which will be 64 RF per tick that we're going to be generating, which I think is faster than what we currently have, which is really nice. And it's going to require 4 of our regular solar panels. So we make that. That is 2. And we just barely have enough. If I can make another tier 1, I don't think we're going to be able. We'll have to make 4 tier 1s. So here we have 4. I think we need 4 more of these, right? Yeah, 4 more of the tier 1s. I think we might be able to get enough. There we go. And turn that into this, which will give us 4, which allows us to make a little bit more. Perfect. But yeah, as you can see, it is totally a grind. Get this guy out of here. Not burning because it's completely covered in armor. So now that we have these solar panels, it's going to be a little bit easier to move power around and also store power, which is a great thing. And it's just going to passively store power, which is wonderful. So if I take one of these batteries, I'm just going to use this as an example, and we place the battery down. If we take a look at this, I guess it has storing power, exporting power. So I guess, does it have an option to export anymore? I don't know if the option's available yet, as it only has storing and exporting. Unless it's me activating per side, I don't know. Let's just throw one of these on top. And you can see this is doing its thing. And I can put it to exporting power. And it should be able to send power now, while also gaining power. Yeah. So it's doing its thing. And if I put 2 next to it, you can even place it next to this. You're going to see it's going to really start building up its power. It's better probably red here, since I don't even know if this bar functions. But as you can see, it is building up power, which is good because we need this backup power to power all of our machines. And the backup power is going to come in handy when it's nighttime out. And we're going to need that, especially when, well, for the most part, Minecraft nights are shorter anyways than the days. But having 2 of these, that's going to be 128, I think. So you have 2, 32, 64. Yeah, 128. So we'll have 128 RF per tick being generated between all of these solar panels. And to move the power, there's a few options. We could still use our piping and go with XNet, right? It would make more sense to just run an XNet cable system all the way down, since it's actually pretty cheap for that. Or we could also connect up some power cables, and Cyclic also has some power cables. If we take a look at Cyclic, there's not many things available yet. When Cyclic's fully finished, there will be. But we have energy cables. And energy cables are pretty simple to make and can also transfer power, which is exactly what we're trying to do. So I want to be able to send power down directly to where all my stuff is at. But we probably also kind of want a central battery. And I probably want to place it behind here, behind our system, connected to the controller of this, so we no longer need coal power to get this thing up and running. I think that is going to be probably the best place for this, is to have, let's see, this cleared out. And this whole back area pretty much cleared. So we can hook up cabling to this. So let's take this battery here, for example. And I'm going to place the battery right here. And it has no power stored in it, but I can hook this energy cable up to it. I don't know if there is the wrench available. The wooden wrench. I don't know if that is going to do exactly what I want it to do. Might. I know that this does need to connect to things, but it's not connecting. This could be an issue. This could be why we may not go with this power cable. Yeah, there's definitely an issue with the power cable. It's not wanting to connect to those. Okay, so XNet, it looks like we're going to go with you. XNet seems to be the thing that's going to work, because I don't personally think this is connecting. We'll find out. Actually, let's just go ahead and find out. It may just be a visual thing, and we just can't see it. So we place that there. That's building up, and oh, it is transferring, but it's not transferring here. Probably because we need to put this into exporting power, and it is working. So it's not connected, but it is working. As weird as that may be, that is how it's functioning. Okay. So at least we know that. I guess that means that we can start clearing these things out. I'm going to break this. And yeah, we'll just clear this out here, figure out where exactly we need power to be. I think right up here will be a perfect spot to have our solar panels. And I don't know if it's if it cares if it can see the sun or not for efficiency wise. I don't know if the mod has fully been done yet with that, but I am going to go ahead and clear out an area up here so we can lay our solar panels down. Nice. And we're going to be able to transfer power all the way through our base using these cheap cables. I know they look funny, but as long as they function, I am totally fine with it. Totally fine. And yeah, we can go ahead and place them all here. That connected. So maybe it's because we need to break the connection first and then replace the block, and then it connects. Okay, that completely deleted our power block. That's not good. Did this one delete as well? Oh, so if we break them, they are gone. That's a bug. I mean, they're cheap, but still, that's a bug. Okay. Well, when we place them, at least they connect. And that's okay. Perfect. So I just realized that we could probably upgrade to the solar panel 4s, and we'd wholly have enough to do that. I'm going to need these solar panels back, and they should be able to craft, I hope, even though they are kind of separated because they have a little bit of data in them. Contents retained, as you can see here. Hopefully it still lets me do it. If not, yeah, that's not okay. So let's go ahead and grab everything. I already made the photovoltaic cells 2, which are pretty easy. It's just the one with the mirrors and everything. So I already got those made. We just need, yeah, these guys. So hopefully this fits. And it does. Okay. So these are going to give us 128 a piece. So yeah, we're going to be rocking some good power here. Definitely rocking some good power. So what I'm going to do, I guess, is just evenly distribute them here and here. And we can actually place our blocks back up here. And then just connect our cells. They may not look like they're connected, but they are. And if we want them to look connected, which I guess we do, also might avoid any potential issues we might run into later on. There we go. And voila, it is done. We have some power. I'm also going to, I guess, break this block because we don't need that anymore. And cover that up with a stair. And we're looking pretty good. We are looking pretty good here. And I'm going to go ahead and run power to the rest of our base and get things up and running because, I mean, I know it's dark out right now, but I'm going to run everything from that battery, and hopefully that battery can sustain pretty much everything for us, which would be amazing. So when I'm reconnecting these pipes, or these, I guess they're pipes, electrical pipes, or electrical cables, I just went ahead and replaced the blue connector, and I'm adding it back here. And now we see that our source power is going to be here. And we still have an energy channel. We just need to create the new network and make sure it's set to extract. And then these things should all start receiving power again. And even this should be able to receive power as long as it has its own channel on insert, because it is all connected to the network. So all we can do is just kind of cover this back up and call it good. I guess I need to, yeah, I didn't have a block there, so I need to definitely get a block in there. And then the other things that I want to power, I don't know if this can be powered with cable, but I do want to run cable along this side and run cable along this side as well. So that way, when we do have machines here, we can also power them from this block as well. So at this point, I'm slowly starting to run out of space here in our modular storage. We can only do so much, and I mean, it's really nice to have what we have, but upgrading this into its tier 4 is just not worth it. I think what I'm going to do is start focusing on refined storage. Since this mod is completely fledged out, it is really good. And also has a little bit of extras that we can probably mess with eventually. But I do want to touch on a few things. We want to go ahead and actually get our disk drive made. And yes, this is going to take a little bit of time to make, as we are going to need this. So let's go ahead and make that. And which also means we're also going to need some disks as well. By the way, I went ahead and got some more sand. We've got tons of sand now. I'm going to be making a lot more glass, as power is going to be pretty nice. I hope to get some more solar panel stuff done. Let's go ahead and make some more of this quartz. Quartz is something that we're a little bit low on. And you'd think I'd have a lot, but no. Even though I made that big old tunnel in the nether, I still don't have that much of it. So let's go ahead and get this. We need an advanced processor, and that's about it. Now, the drives are a little bit more expensive, to say the least. Just to put that in perspective. So disk drives are nice, though. We're going to need just tier 1s. I think tier 1s are going to be perfectly fine for us. So a 1K storage disk is going to store 1,000 individual items. So unlike Applied Energistics, which stores 63, I believe it's 63 individual item types, and then has a number for which it can store a certain amount of items, but it can only store 64 per drive. This one can store exactly as it says, 1,000 items. That's it. So that's actually a lot of items. That's quite a bit. And getting us started, this is going to be pretty simple, right? We're going to need a little bit of silicon, because it actually doesn't require too much other than that. So silicon, which we can get from nether quartz, which is, like I said, something that we're going to have to go get more of. So I don't know how much I have of this. I guess not much. So how much quartz do we have left? Ooh, not much at all. So we might be able to make, I don't know. I need a little bit more than 8, don't I? Well, actually, no. We're probably going to have to go to the nether and farm a little bit more. So I'm going to go to the nether. I'm going to farm a little bit more nether quartz. I'm definitely going to have to, because we won't be able to get anywhere without nether quartz. Oh, speaking of mining, here's our mining laser. This thing does charge, by the way. I went ahead and also upgraded my jetpack to the iron version. And I want to go ahead and make an upgrade. So I've not got the chance to test this out. I want to make the torch upgrade. So a couple of these, and then to make ourselves 4 blocks of redstone. And I don't know. Is this going to generate its own torches, or like, what is it going to do when we work on this thing? So lapis, we have some lapis. Let's make some of that. Looks like I'm gonna have to go farming soon, which I think we're gonna work on next episode. I'm gonna have a little bit of surprise for you guys next episode. That's gonna be kind of cool. That is gonna change the way you guys are mining if you're playing this pack. So let's see. Let's take a look at our upgrade here. Oh, we never made it. Let's finish making this thing first. There we go. So torch upgrade. I still don't know what this thing does. Okay, so this is light placer. And I wonder if it, like, you need the torches on you? Do you need regular torches? Will it place these torches? Like, I don't know. It's enabled. Fortune's disabled. This is disabled. That's enabled. Like, I don't know if that's the case. Oh, by the way, you guys mentioned to light these guys on fire. I totally know that I can light them on fire. I have no villagers nearby. So it's pretty much easier for me just to get Bad Omen and then just rinse it away. There's really not a village anywhere nearby, unfortunately. I wish there was, but the closest one is like way off in the distance over there where you see that V. Yeah, 1,600 blocks is quite a distance. By the way, if you want to remove that, I can hit Y and I can turn off in-game waypoints. It's kind of a nice thing when you don't want that bothering you. So right here, we should be able to finish crafting all of our storage components. So you can see I got all the storage components right here. And I'm going to go ahead and make 8 1K drives if I have the ability to do so. Let's see, redstone. Yeah, definitely have enough redstone. And I also want to show you guys what the light thing does. It is really cool. It's actually really, really nifty. All right, so let's go ahead and get all these drives in here. And I'm just going to go ahead and throw this right next to this. And I can just throw all the drives in like that. And now we have 8K worth of storage, which, I mean, in all honesty, I can just start pulling this out. And right here, I can set a priority to this being a higher priority like this. So now whenever I throw the items back in, it should go in here, as you can see, instead of in here, which is a good thing because I actually want to move everything out of this modular storage and have it completely filled in this disk drive, and then put the disk drive down here and kind of get rid of our modular storage and use it for something else later, which will be definitely worth it because we want to use this modular storage, but not for what we're using it for right now. So real quick, I wanted to show off the way that this lights. So I don't need any torches on me at all now. And what happens is when we mine a little bit, we get this little thing called miner's light. And I'm assuming it's permanent and it's going to light up, I guess, when the light level gets low enough. And look at that. All the way through here now, we have these little miner's lights, and I'm assuming we could just punch them to break them if we wanted to, but of course we do want them. So really nice now. This is going to make mining a lot easier. Like I can just sit here, just let the miner's light do its thing. I don't have to worry about mob spawning, and I can just continue to collect my items. But I think next episode, we're going to work on a different way of mining, and it may not be fast at first, but later on it'll be definitely worth it. So I hope you catch next episode. Guys, I really do appreciate you sticking around with all these lovely new things that we're learning about in 1.14 modded. Absolutely amazing. And I really appreciate the mod devs for sticking through it and getting all these mods updated as well. Guys, I hope to see you in the next episode. As always, thanks for watching.